Good morning, SKN. I'm Jamie Morris.
And I'm Kortensia. For today's weather forecast, partly cloudy with a 60% or a moderate chance of showers. High of 86 and a low of 70 degrees of Fahrenheit. So as we would recommend, always walk with the umbrellas.
Yeah, yours is downstairs, isn't it?
No.
Okay, you see, so you're recommending, but you're not following your own advice.
I know.
Typical of human beings, though.
I know. Oh.
All right, so it's Friday.
Yeah.
You think I tried it on Monday? I didn't try it on Tuesday.
No.
Wednesday was hump day. Thursday was.
It just sounds like Kanye, and no way. No way.
Sounds like Kanye, and no way. You're so funny, but it's Friday. So looking forward to the weekend, as you normally say.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Uh-oh, you got plans.
This weekend, yeah.
Okay, great. So we'll hear about them next week. Yeah. That's the trade. I'm going to tell you what's in my cup, and you're going to tell me what you did for the weekend.
Yeah.
That being said, we're moving on to the latest in local news. Theophilus Taylor named Disney Conservation Hero. This from the ZIZ Newsroom. The St. Kitts Sea Turtle Monitoring Network has announced that Theophilus Taylor of Newton Ground has been honored as a 2021 Disney Conservation Hero for his efforts as a senior sea turtle technician. Disney has recognized 15 Disney Conservation Heroes across 13 countries who each demonstrated incredible commitment to working with their communities to care for wildlife and habitats. Theophilus Taylor was nominated by the Wider Caribbean Sea Turtle Conservation Network, WIDECAST. His bio is shown on disneyparks.disney.go.com, indicates that Theophilus was once a fisher catching over 60 sea turtles each season. Today, Theo volunteers as a research assistant to the St. Kitts Sea Turtle Monitoring Network, and for the past decade has been a dedicated conservationist. He is a stalwart trainer, researcher, and educator. He voluntarily teaches children at Sea Turtle Camp each year, leads tours, assists with turtle rehabilitation and release, and he speaks against sea turtle fishing and illegal activities, while also building strong relationships, trust, and credibility among his community. Congratulations, Theo. Proud of you.
Congrats, indeed. And Disney, too.
Oh, yeah.
So he's gone far. We continue now with our second story from the press unit in the Office of the Prime Minister. Fresh on the heels of the observation of International Women's Day 2022, the Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, Dr. the Honorable Timothy Harris, has said that the Twin Island Federation has a rich and storied history on the advancement of women's rights and gender equality. The Prime Minister's comments were made on Tuesday, March 15, edition of Leadership Matters, which focus on the topic Empowering Women as We Power Up Our Future. Prime Minister Harris said, consistent with so many other positive international development indicators, St. Kitts and Nevis has been and continue to be a leader in this regard. We have some of the highest per capita numbers of women in government and politics, justice, legal and medical professions, professional sports, business industry, and entrepreneurship, journalism, education, and entertainment and culture. The roles played and the contributions made by women in St. Kitts and Nevis is irremovable from our place as the best managed small island state anywhere in the world, and one of the best places to live on this planet. Dr. Harris used his appearance on the popular program to highlight a number of women who have and are currently making outstanding contributions to the advancement of St. Kitts and Nevis. Thank you, the Honorable Dr. Timothy Harris. We appreciate you for that.
It's always great when women get recognized for the work that they do. Yeah. When anyone gets recognized, but especially women, considering that this is still March, month of women.
Women, yes. Great. We thank you.
Indeed. And finally, in local news, Nevis, I said Nevis because it receives. Nevis receives revenue, there we go, from CBI. Federal Treasury subsidizes expenses, says Prime Minister Harris from Win Media. The matter of Nevis' share of revenue from the Citizenship by Investment Program, CBI, has been addressed by Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, the Honorable Dr. Timothy Harris, speaking at a press conference hosted by the People's Labour Party, PLP, on Wednesday, March 16. The Prime Minister explained to the nation the agreement established between former Premier of Nevis, Vance Amory, and the island's current Premier, the Honorable Mark Brantley. The Finance Minister said, quote, "Indeed, If the truth be told, every arrangement which we have made in relation to allocations to Nevis, they have come after presentations made to me by the premiers of Nevis in regard to this matter. Premier Amory came and we had a discussion over what he had proposed and what he thought then was reasonable. When Premier Amory left, Premier Brantley came and made a proposal to me. We had a discussion and I agreed, after consultation with our experts about the sustainability of the program, that we will undertake to increase the allocation to Nevis by 50%, from $30 million, where there was none before, to $45 million. Indeed. It's good to see that that projection that was made when we spoke about it in the news some months ago is actually coming to fruition. So they're receiving that as well. Well, there you go.
I wonder if they're going to be willing to share some with me.
Do you want some of that money? You better look like launching a CBI business for yourself. How about that? Real estate, perhaps, is a good idea.
Not bad. Technically, I'm technically into real estate already.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Boy, the things that happen when you have your morning tea. Good morning, SKN. You get some revelations. I'm not going to ask you what's in your cup.
I'm going to say peppermint tea.
That's what you'll say. We'll find out. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in a moment. Stay tuned.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
You're watching Good Morning SKN. We now move on to the latest in regional news. Gonzalez may appeal High Court ruling on dismissal of unvaccinated workers. St. Vincent and the Grenadines National News. The St. Vincent and the Grenadines government says it will await advice from the Office of the Attorney General on whether or not to appeal a High Court ruling that is allowing public servants who were dismissed over their refusal to be vaccinated against the coronavirus, the COVID-19 pandemic, to file a lawsuit against the state. Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonzalez has said, and quote, "I don't have a response of the government other than whether the court ruling on this original preliminary skirmish that when the Attorney General chambers read the judgment itself, they may decide whether or not they appeal particular aspects of judgment because it was a mixed judgment," end quote. Last Thursday, the High Court denied permission for judicial review of the COVID-19 vaccine mandate. Under the mandate, a wide cross-section of government workers had to take a jab to stay in their jobs. But in her ruling, Justice Esco Henry said that the court should hear the case by former government workers who were dismissed for abandoning their posts, even though the law under which they were fired deemed them absent if they attended work while being unvaccinated against COVID-19.
Interesting story.
Yeah, the fight continues.
It's one to follow. Moving on to international news. Rescuers search for survivors in smashed Mariupol theater. This from the Associated Press. Rescuers searched for survivors Thursday in the ruins of a theater blown apart by a Russian airstrike in the besieged city of Mariupol, while a ferocious bombardment left dozens dead in a northern city over the past day, authorities said. Hundreds of civilians had been taking shelter in the grand columned theater in central Mariupol after their homes were destroyed in 3 weeks of fighting in the southern port city. Nearly a day after the airstrike, there were no reports of deaths. With much of the city cut off from the flow of information, there were also conflicting reports on whether anyone had emerged from the rubble. Petro Andrushenko, an official with the mayor's office, told the Associated Press, quote, "We hope and we think that some people who stayed in the shelter under the theater could survive," end quote. He said the building had a relatively modern basement bomb shelter designed to withstand airstrikes. Other officials had said earlier that some people had gotten out. Ukraine's ombudswoman Lyudmila Denisova said on the Telegram messaging app that the shelter had held up. Well, there you have it for the latest in today's news, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back in a moment with more Good Morning SKN.
Salt is an important part of the human diet, but most of us consume more than we realize.
Has anyone ever touched you here, or here? Well, these are actually bad touches, not good ones. And so, if anyone ever touches you in these areas or anywhere else that makes you uncomfortable, you must say no, then go and tell. Say it with me. Say no, then go and tell.
This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with Probation and Child Protection Services, the Ministry of Health, and the Pan American Health Organization.
Children, how can you tell a tsunami coming?
Teacher me.
Sammy?
My mother said when uncle jump in the pool and the water spoosh out, that's how you tell a tsunami coming.
Settle down, children, settle down. Do you remember our tsunami song?
Yes! When you feel it shaking and it's moving around, you see the ocean gone left the fish and the sand. You should run, to higher ground, a tsunami soon come.
Mommy, Uncle not here and the other shake.
Hush your mouth.
Daddy, Uncle not here and the sea gone.
Who cares? You don't see all them free fish? Quick, give me the bag.
This is how you tell a tsunami a come. Teacher says so. I would have failed in school, you know.
Sammy, come, let me go. They would have failed anyhow. Let me run, see Sammy.
When you feel the earth shaking and it's moving all around, you see the ocean gone left the fish and the sand. You should run, to higher ground, a tsunami soon come.
Self-health management refers to the measures people take to manage their own health. You and I should remember to wash hands often with soap and water, or use alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Avoid touching your eyes, mouth, and nose. Take your temperature morning and evening. Watch for symptoms. Persons with diabetes or hypertension are reminded to take your medication regularly as prescribed. If you have no symptoms, you may carry out your normal routine and boost your immune system. When you are outside, avoid public spaces and wear a mask at all times. If you develop symptoms, put on a mask and seek medical care. Do not take public transportation. Inform the doctor of your travel history, any contact with confirmed or suspected cases, your occupation, and whether anyone around you has similar symptoms. If you become ill, please rest at home. Wear a mask and isolate yourself from others in your household. If you share a bathroom, disinfect daily using 1 part bleach to 10 parts water. Everyone must work together to reduce the spread of the coronavirus.
I going out tonight. I got a hot date. He older than me, but I don't care. I like what he telling me. He say I look sweet and ting. What? You want me go home with him? Nice. Boy, I wonder if I'm ready for this. I notice he ain't got a condom, but I gonna go ahead, see? He might think me ain't like him or trust him. Plus, this my first time. Nothing gonna happen to me. Lord, how could I let this happen? I ain't ready for no child. Who gonna support me and my child? My man gone jail and mommy and daddy said they ain't gonna help. I all on my own. How could I be so careless? I wish I could go back to that now. But my education on hold. How could I let this happen? Don't let this happen to you. Contact the Department of Gender Affairs to find out about confidential offices and personnel available to answer questions about your sexuality or pre- or postnatal concerns.
This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
Everyone is encouraged to adopt a healthy and positive approach to daily life. Here are a few friendly reminders.
When you go to the local market and food vendors, remember to maintain a social distance of 6 feet or 2 meters apart. And always wear your mask.
Always keep your hands clean. Wash your hands with soap and water or use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. When dining, choose restaurants with staggered seating. This will lower the risk of transmission.
If you have a fever, cough, or other respiratory symptoms, please wear a mask and seek medical care immediately. Rest at home and do not visit the food vendors, local markets, or restaurants.
Greetings, my lovely people. I'm Chantel, residing in Taiwan. 12 hours time difference. It's nighttime here, morning time in SK. I'm busy and on the go. However, I always manage to keep up to date with what's happening in SK. All thanks to Good Morning SKN. Good morning SKN. Ciao, bango!
If you gradually use less salt, you will gradually want less salt. Eating less salty foods will reduce your cravings for salty foods. Let's get salt smart.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. It's sports season. One of the sports played here in the Federation is netball. Netball is a ball sport played by 2 teams of 7 players. Games are played on a rectangular court with raised goals and rings at each end. The objective of the game is to score goals from within a defined area by throwing a ball into a ring attached to a 10-foot high post. The St. Kitts and Nevis Netball Association is the official organization that represents netball here in the Federation. This association seeks to address and promote the interests of netball on both islands under one umbrella. Today, we warmly welcome J.D. Keynes in her capacity as the Public Relations Officer of the St. Kitts and Nevis Netball Association. In addition to that, we are also joined by Latoya Caesar, Vice Captain and player on the St. Kitts and Nevis National Netball Team. Good morning, ladies, and welcome to Good Morning SKN.
Good morning.
The OECS and ECCB International...
Good morning, and thank you for having us.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Ms. Keynes. The OECS and ECCB International Netball Series was launched in 2019. Has our national team participated then?
Yes.
Okay.
No, sorry, I thought you said,
Okay,
you said 2019.
can you repeat the question?
Okay. The OECS or the ECCB International Netball Series was launched in 2019. Has our national team participated in that year?
2019.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I was having a little bit of a challenge hearing you just now. But yes, we actually participated this year, and the lovely Latoya was among the team players. She was the vice captain.
Okay, so where was it held?
This year in Dominica.
This year it was held in Dominica.
Right.
Okay. So Dominica was the host country of this year's tournament. Give us an update on the team performance. Latoya, I'll ask you that one since you were there.
Okay, well, despite the challenges in terms of the time we had to train together as a team, etc., I think the overall performance was pretty good. It wasn't what we hoped for or what we expected, but it was good.
Okay, so Ms. Keynes, would you like to add to that? Would you agree?
Yes, okay. I agree 100% with Latoya. It was actually pretty good exposure for our ladies who hadn't played netball really in a long time. You know, you saw some clubs practicing here and there, but we were really challenged because of the protocols and, you know, the dynamics of the COVID-19 pandemic. But we in the St. Kitts Nevis Netball Association are really proud of the young ladies who represented us recently in Dominica in terms of what they were able to accomplish and the exposure that they gained. One of the things that should be noted, though, is that the young ladies, although they did fairly well, they struggled some on the wet surface. And so, that is not something we normally do a lot here, so that we can work on for the next time, because the weather condition in Dominica was very inclement at the time. Yeah. So notwithstanding, we are so proud of what the young ladies were able to accomplish and the exposure that they received.
Okay, so congrats again, Latoya.
Thank you.
How many did the national team win against, and which countries? I'll start with Latoya right here.
Unfortunately, we lost all our games. We played 5 games, but we lost all 5.
Sorry to hear, but,
okay.
But next time we know we're going to win all 5, right?
Yes.
It's small, but we talk about, right? Okay. So Ms. Keynes, so what work will the netball team put in concerning, winning the games going forward? I should put it that way.
Okay, good. So how this team was chosen, if I can share a little bit about that. So we had a representation from varying clubs here in St. Kitts and Nevis. It's a national team, and so right now we are functioning under a St. Kitts Nevis Netball Association. There is no St. Kitts netball team or Nevis netball team. It's nationally. Bear in mind as well that because of protocols in Dominica, we had to ensure that the criteria became a little bit tighter, because we could only, for example, select players who were fully vaccinated, and they had to meet a particular criteria. And so that in itself posed a challenge, because we may not necessarily in all cases get this is not to diminish the performance of the young ladies who we have, but we may not necessarily be getting a true picture of the representation or the ability of Team St. Kitts and Nevis based on certain criteria that was put in place. Notwithstanding, we hired the services of a coach. So we had a coach in Mr. Murdoch, who joined us from Jamaica. We also had a trainer. We had a manager, we had an entire team. And if I may just quickly share who this team comprised, we had the manager, Alistair Thompson, the coach was Sean Murdoch, the trainer was Mr. Orville Thompson. And we thank them so much for the work that they put in, and will continue to put in along with others here on St. Kitts and Nevis to get our ladies better equipped and better trained for the next set of tournaments. And the players were Captain Natalie Sutton, Vice Captain Latoya Caesar, who is here with me. We had Joel Thompson, Aliyah Gibson, Rochella Challenger, Kirish Richardson, Kalik Challenger, Rodona Nanton, Diana Brown, Tashika Bowen, and Cassine Russell Smithen. Those were the representatives of Team SKN. So yes, we are already, we've done the postmortem and we are already looking at ways of improving our performance going forward. And one way that we plan to do this is to have more tournaments on the local level, which will serve as great practice for the girls.
Okay. And I would say congrats to all the hard work you're putting in, and once again, congrats to the girls. Just before we go to the commercial break, though, one last question. How can individual or even businesses, you're welcome, contribute towards the team's travels or any other future activities the St. Kitts and Nevis Football Netball, Association may have?
Well, Latoya can tell you about some of the work that they themselves did as players, because they too did pulled a very big portion of the weight in terms of getting sponsorship. But we are always appealing to businesses and individuals, persons who love the game, to support us. When you support the St. Kitts Nevis Netball Association, girls and not so young women and girls to get that exposure, you're also doing something good for the country known as St. Kitts and Nevis, because this helps us to go out there and participate in other activities. For example, our organization, our association was recently re-established in terms of St. Kitts Nevis Netball Association. Prior, we had a St. Kitts Netball Association, and we had an even Netball Nevis that would organize games and tournaments on the island levels. However, together, whenever there is representation for the country, it's the St. Kitts Nevis Netball Association. And so we were not in a position financially to cover the entire weight of the tournament that was recently held in Dominica. And so we are so grateful to the businesses and individuals that came on board and organizations that came on board and offered assistance. And this is where I now, as the PRO, that push out here and really asks for persons to support us. You don't have to wait for a tournament. Just come in and reach out to any member of the St. Kitts Nevis Netball Association and ask how you can assist us. Our treasurer is Rodona Nanton, and she is more than willing and ready to accept any sort of contribution, whether it be financial or in kind. And so we welcome that level of support.
Okay. Well, Ms. Keynes, do not go anywhere. And of course, I have Latoya here. She won't be running away anytime soon. We'll be right back after this commercial break to continue our interview.
You ever hear Earthquake call and say, "Hello, Miss Lee, yes, it's me, Earthquake, I come in Tuesday around 10? No, sir. Earthquake does arrive unannounced, and when it come, it shake all sense and sensibility out of we. Remain calm, stay inside, and do the DCH. Drop, cover, hold on. Once the shaking starts, you know it's earthquake. Make a quick move to a safe place. Don't run to the door, we are in the exit. Stairs might block up or full of people. Elevator, avoid that, because you might get in and poof, power gone, and you're stuck in that box without ear. Take cover under a strong table or a bed, or crouch against an inside wall or in a corner, and cover your face and your head with your arms. Remember, DCH, drop, cover, hold on. Glass windows and doors, outside walls and doors in an earthquake, bad news. Take care yourself. Most injuries during earthquakes happen when something drop and hit people entering or exiting a building. Last thing, nobody run outside and ask, you feel it, you feel it? Remain calm, stay indoors until all the shaking stop, and do the DCH, drop, cover, hold on.
Where are you going? I just mopped the floor and now the chair leaving marks all over the place. Come on, go in bed, see? Sometimes I just can't take you on.
Violence is expressed in many ways. Most, unfortunately, go unreported or unaddressed for many reasons. If you or someone disabled is being abused, contact the police at 465-2241, social services at 467-1314, or the St. Kitts Nevis Association of Disabled Persons at 465-2151, 663-9077, or 663-4116. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO.
I eat some veggies for dinner. Let me just check the amount of sodium in this can. Oh no, this is too much. Let me try our next option. They did say it's healthy to consume less salt. This is much better. I am salt smart.
No, this is Kortensia. Welcome back. Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. We are speaking with J.D. Keynes, the Public Relations Officer of St. Kitts and Nevis Netball Association, as well as Latoya Caesar, Vice Captain and player of the St. Kitts and Nevis National Netball Team. Latoya Caesar, Vice Captain and player on the St. Kitts and Nevis Netball Team. Okay, so Latoya, during the break, we were speaking about sponsorship. So can you elaborate on the sponsorships that you received prior to going to this tournament? And can you tell us of future plans to continue to raise funds for your upcoming tournament that you mentioned in October in the island of Jamaica?
Okay, because of timing and a lot of other stuff that happened, we were unable to focus on the main fundraisers that we were to do. But however, we proceeded to distribute sponsor sheets to each player, and we were able to go and ask our friends and families for little donations that little by little it made up. And we were able to use that and assist with our trip. However, in October 2022, from the 15th to the 21st, there will be a tournament held in Jamaica as well, where we are hoping to participate. So we will be doing different fundraisers, bake sales, dinners, etc. So I'm asking everyone to come on out and support us. If you can't make it, you can still donate.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. And you heard it here first. So you go out and you support the Netball Association. So I'm going to speak to you again, Latoya. What are the benefits, personal or otherwise, playing netball?
Well, it's a lot of benefits. You learn to work together as a team. You can put that into your work lifestyle. Mentally, you learn discipline, having to be on time. You can differentiate between a friend and a manager, superior, who you have to pay attention to no matter your age, and these kind of things take you through life.
That's good, that's good. So, Ms. Keynes, how can an experienced player attain the level of netball coach?
Can you repeat that? You're sounding a little soft now.
How can an experienced player attain the level of netball coach?
Well, you know, most of the persons who end up coaching or even being trainers have been around the game for a very long time. And so what we do is we just encourage our players, persons who love the game, to continue at it. They are also lots of training opportunities that continue to good at what you do. You exhibit good management skills. You have the opportunity to apply for any of the positions that are available. In fact, I think it was last year, if I'm not mistaken, we had positions available that were open to anyone to participate, to be part of. We had the position of coach. We had the position of trainer. So these have training sessions that will help people who love the game versus who are interested in being part of it. Now, I want to pause here and just remind people that you don't necessarily have to be a player or even a good player to be part of the St. Kitts Nevis Netball Association or contribute to it. For example, when we have our local leagues or even national leagues, there are volunteers that we need. We need persons to help in scoring. Well, yes, that comes with some level of training, but we also need persons to help with certain things that may not require formal training. So as long as you're willing to assist, we are willing to accommodate you. For example, tomorrow on the 19th, I know that Netball St. Kitts will be having a meeting, and that is a good opportunity for persons to, if you're part of a club on the island of St. Kitts, ensure that you send your representatives to that meeting. I also want to encourage persons who are not yet part of any netball club on St. Kitts or Nevis to become part of that netball club, because that is ultimately how you become a member of the St. Kitts Nevis Netball Association.
Okay, so as it relates to that question, can you tell us the ratio of male to female coaches in the Netball Association?
Well, currently we only have one coach, and that person is a male in the St. Kitts Nevis Netball Association. Now, if you're talking about at the club levels, I don't have that information at hand because, you know, in most cases, the coaches have, you know, different people who assist from time to time, and it's only when there's a tournament, you know, who the actual coach is in some instances. So I don't have the information at hand, but quite often, we have a fairly good balance in terms of male to females.
Okay, that's good to know. So Latoya, I'm going to turn to you. So per se, if I wanted to join the Netball Association, what would be your recommendations for me and the viewing public as well?
Okay, as JD just said, you can start by joining a local club for the local netball, and then from there, when training starts for national, you can just show interest by showing up to practice, etc., and then you will have the option of being selected.
Is there a form to fill? Is there a website I go to? Is there a number I call?
You just show the interest, and then you come to practice. Often you show discipline.
So where do I find these clubs? Monkey
the
Hill?
Local clubs.
Yeah, the local clubs.
There are a few. There are Coca-Cola Shamrocks, Aquaballers, Newtown, Keon, Sandy Point. A few. Just ask around.
Okay, definitely. Also, you can follow the St. Kitts Nevis Netball Association on social media. We are on Facebook, and there you can get updates on what's happening with the association. Now, the chairperson of Netball St. Kitts is Mr. Eibel. Mr. Lester Eibel. And so if you are unaware or uncertain about any aspect of netball on St. Kitts, you can contact him as well, in addition to the clubs that Latoya mentioned. And on the island of Nevis, it's Jeanette Grell Hall. You can contact her as the chair of Netball Nevis. But in terms of the overall executive, we also have Mr. Dion French, who is our president. We have Alistair Thompson, first vice president. We have Mr. Terence Crossman, second vice president. We have Sheila James is our acting secretary. We have Corey Edwards. Corey is our assistant secretary treasurer. And I mentioned earlier, Rodona Nanton is our treasurer, and I am the public relations officer, JD Keynes, and we comprise the executive of the St. Kitts Nevis Netball Association. So you can reach out to any one of us, as well as the clubs in St. Kitts and on Nevis.
Okay, so we're almost out of time, but I just need to ask this question quickly. What is the future for the St. Kitts and Nevis Netball Association?
Well, I am hoping that young ladies like Latoya and the others who went on to Dominica would have created such an interest in others who are able to look at them and say, wow, that could be me as well. And they will come forward and really take the sport much more seriously. I understand that some persons were a bit discouraged because they hadn't played in a while, and that's natural. But we do have some young ladies and not so young ladies who love the sport and will continue to work towards the sport. And as long as we have the commitment from the players and we have the commitment from the executive, and we will get, now that we are here on Studio 327, Good Morning SKN, we will get the support of the general public. The future for netball in St. Kitts and Nevis will be very bright.
And with that said, Ms. Keynes and Ms. Caesar, thank you so much for joining us this morning here on Good Morning SKN. Ladies and gentlemen, stick and stay. We will be right back after this commercial break.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
You can lower your salt intake by reducing salty foods, removing table salt, and using salt alternatives when cooking.
I going out tonight. I got a hot date. He older than me, but I don't care. I like what he telling me. He say I look sweet and ting. What? You want me go home with him? Nice. Boy, I wonder if I'm ready for this. I notice he ain't got a condom, but I gonna go ahead, see? He might think me ain't like him or trust him. Plus, this my first time. Nothing gonna happen to me. Lord, how could I let this happen? I ain't ready for no child. Who can support me and my child? My man gone jail and mommy and daddy said they ain't gonna help. I all on my own. How could I be so careless? I wish I could go back to that now. But my education on hold. How could I let this happen? Don't let this happen to you. Contact the Department of Gender Affairs to find out about confidential offices and personnel available to answer questions about your sexuality or pre- or postnatal concerns.
This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
cash, no card, no problem. Jad, embrace the freedom.
Consuming foods like bananas, potatoes, and dried peas and beans, such as lentils and kidney beans, contains potassium, which helps to reduce salt in the body.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. Artistry is a creative skill, flair, or ability in a particular artistic pursuit. Creatives around the world are identified by their artistry. iFlamboyant is an art, craft, and fashion exhibition that aims to nurture and stimulate the growth of local artistry by showcasing our nation's talent via a creative exhibition. It encourages the networking of various artistic personalities and seeks to engender a participatory attitude in the preservation of our Federation's traditional crafts while stimulating an innovative spirit. Today we are joined by Dale Kelly, the founder of iFlamboyant. Welcome to Good Morning SKN, Dale.
Good morning, and thanks for having me.
It's great to be in your presence.
Pleasure.
Well, right off the bat, you know I have to ask you, why the name iFlamboyant?
I was in the hospital for 18 months, and I decided if I ever left, I'm going to go back to St. Kitts and help artists, because I was helping lots of artists in London. And I moved back, and Judith Rollins and we collaborated, and I said, I like the iFlamboyant tree. I think it's a national flower.
Yeah.
And I also like technology, the iPad, the iPhone. So I said, let's call it iFlamboyant, and it means woman. I am flamboyant.
Love it.
I do too.
Love it.
Yeah.
So when was this initiative launched?
This was 2014.
Okay.
So it's probably 8 years now. We lost 2 years with COVID, but we're back.
Happy that you're back as well.
Yes, so are there any particular years of the exhibition that stand out for you?
Yes, so first year at the Marriott, we started with, I think 10 artists. But by 2018, we had about 50 artists exhibiting at the Park Hyatt. And 2018 was a phenomenal year for all the artists. And most of them now have gone on to opening their own businesses.
So all the artists were locals?
All locals.
Wow, that's good.
What do you think contributed, or what do you attribute the growth to?
My determination and never taking no for an answer.
I love it. I can see that. I can see that.
I believe anything is possible if you put your mind to it. I've been told many times it's not going to happen. Oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. But you can be and do anything that you want to do.
Okay. So what was the reception like from the public in your first year, and how has it grown since then?
The first year, it was a bit sketchy because a lot of the artists did not have the funds to really buy the best materials, and you know, one artist was using house paint to paint his artwork. And one of the things iFlamboyant do, every year we gift one of the artists with something. The first year we gave a chainsaw to one of the woodcarver. Second year we did paint sets. Third year, we also include the prison in St. Kitts. We support all of their art. So we bought all of the materials for them, all of the canvas, all the paints. And we also have given scholarships to students at the college. So whatever money we have left over from sponsorship, we always donate it back.
I love that you give back.
To the young people, because they're the future of St. Kitts. They're the new artists coming up.
Yeah,
If you can for a moment, take me back to that chainsaw gift. It seemed like it was strategic. It was a way to ensure the longevity of the exhibition in a way. Was that part of it?
Well, this was a young man from Halfway Tree, and I said, come, bring your art. Oh, no. And, you know, he was fixing his house, so all these beautiful sculptures have paint all over them. He didn't understand how talented he was. And he came to the show and sold his first piece for like $3,000 US.
Wow. Congrats.
And he's like, no. He's told the people 300. I said, no, that's 3,000. They said, oh, we'll take it. And he was just overwhelmed. He's like, I have to walk, but I don't have a chainsaw.
Okay.
So we bought him a chainsaw, and he has sold many pieces all over the world.
That's very good. I like that iFlamboyant created that space for our local artists to get the exhibition.
Thank you.
And the exposure that they need.
Thank you.
So thank you, Dale. I always admire you, by the way, from your store in Bank Street.
Thank you.
I always admire you. So you're one of the phenomenal women that I admire as well.
And I now have a gallery at Christoph Harbour.
Oh, okay.
And we also use it as a platform for iFlamboyant. Okay. What we do, maybe once a month, every 2 months, we invite all the artists down there to sell their products.
Oh, nice. So that's how Caroline gets involved.
Yes.
She's part of iFlamboyant as well.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
All of them.
Oh.
Yaffine, the Sugar, Town Organic. All of them started with us. And now they have their own shops, their own businesses. And we just let them go. We don't hold people back.
That's good.
Run with it, open your business, just go.
Yeah, space for growth.
Make money.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So when you look at that and you look back at the start of iFlamboyant and you see how you've nurtured these creatives, what comes to your mind? How does that make you feel?
Unfortunately, this is not negative or derogatory, but I actually don't feel anything because I already did my job. So I have to move on to the next person.
Oh, so you don't get
happy,
too attached.
But I just now have to move on to the next one to help.
I understand. It's a sense of completion.
Yes.
And on to the next one.
And progress. So since the inception of iFlamboyant, what are some of the most interesting art pieces that you have been showcasing?
It have also helped me because when artists get together, you become more inspired. So my line of bus forms that I do, those inspire me because they're wearable art. So you can hang them on your walls or you can wear them. A bit heavy. And Vaughn Ainsley from Nevis, his work have inspired me tremendously because he doesn't sleep. Every day for him, he have to paint something. It's like me. If I don't make something every day, I could sink into a depression. So I have to work every single day. Even if it's a small little shell that I make, I have to make something every day.
Okay.
Begs me to ask, what are you making today? Or what have you made today?
Already made it. I made a dog bowl.
Oh, okay.
So it's not something I want to do, but I've been asked to make it and I promise, so I will complete it. But I make something every day.
Oh, okay.
And I paint.
And your hat, it's quite intriguing. When did you make?
I made 5 of them because for the fashion show, I'm going to use children.
Okay.
I always take them on stage with me. If not, I get stage fright. So I made them for the children to wear.
Okay, cute. I like it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're so honest. You get stage fright. You're so accomplished. I love that. That you're being so open and honest with us. Thank you,
the
Dale.
kids. She said the kids.
Oh, the kids get stage fright.
I get stage fright.
That's what she said. She said she got stage fright.
I thought
I'm shaking inside right now.
You are? I could never tell.
I can't tell.
Exactly.
You're so poised. With that being said, we're going to give you a little bit of a breather and we'll be back for more with Dale in a second. Stay tuned, everyone.
If you gradually use less salt, you will gradually want less salt. Eating less salty foods will reduce your cravings for salty foods. Let's get salt smart.
These teen boys nowadays get me so upset. I see these teen girls with their big bellies and you want to tell me y'all couldn't protect her and yourself? Come on. Now don't tell me no stupidness about you feel embarrassed about getting a pack of condoms or asking somebody for one. That ain't nothing to be ashamed about. You should be proud that you are making a wise decision, but you still have to abstain from having sex with someone under the age of consent. If your boys are pressuring you to have sex and you don't want to, then don't. You are in charge of your life, not them. I heard another one saying it's sweeter without a condom. But my granny always told me, no glove, no love. So let me tell you something. It's sweeter to have money in your pockets and not have to support a child at that young age. Before I say anything else, the best way to prevent teenage pregnancy is to abstain. In other words, no do it. Let me talk to the big men troubling underage girls.
Why you sleeping with your daughter? You not live clean. Your girl at 16 and your daughter at 13. So girl look me, but me know in that. Big man no deal with back pan back.
You understand where I'm coming from, right?
This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
Thank you for sticking and staying with us, and welcome back to Good Morning SKN. We are speaking with Dale Kelly, the founder of I Flamboyant. So Dale, we want to know right off the bat, where does your creativity come from?
Most of my creativity comes actually from my dreams and from the surrounding beauty. You look at flowers, green and red, yellow and purple and pink, and I snorkel. The fish is so many different colors. A lot of people are afraid of color, but nature have everything that you need. So I walk a lot, I look around, I go up into the hills, I pick like the noni tree. Those are my best sellers. I take the leaf and I imprint it in the clay. I use shells, I use stones, I use the trees on frigate bay. So a lot of the taxi drivers think I'm weird because I'm always picking leaves and
and
they're like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Why are you picking leaf? I'm like, oh, I'm just picking. But then I go home and I just imprint it in the clay and it's fabulous.
So do you ever show them the end product of you picking those leaves?
Well, they do come down to the shop.
Okay.
We have had events for them and they've seen and they're quite blown away.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Glad they understand.
Yes. So.
Yeah.
They're blown away by the leaves. I love that. All right. So, what can you tell us about your creative pursuits in general?
I have a gallery at Christoph Harbor. I am a potter, a milliner, a seamstress. I don't believe, I think there's a saying in sync, it's master of something, something of none, but I just do everything, and it's frustrating sometimes because my brain doesn't stop. And sometimes I wish it would. That's where my creativity, it just pops into my mind. At night, I write poems. I have about 1,000 poems I have already written, but they're personal. I won't show them to anyone, but it just doesn't stop. It's frustrating. Sorry to say it.
No, I can imagine.
As an artist, but that's why I have to do something every day.
But the wheel of creativity continues.
I have to get it out of my mind.
Okay, got you.
I figured as much because it's in there and you definitely need a way to express it.
Yes. So that's why I'm a bit weird, but I like being
No, you're not weird. You are not weird at all.
You're among kindred spirits, trust me.
Our abilities stand out, and that does not make us weird at all. So I see that you worked with some jewelry designers in New York. How exciting was that? Can you tell us about that?
How did you know that?
I know, a little birdie told me.
I worked with, my first job was with Peter Brams.
Okay.
And he worked in gold and precious stones. And I was a receptionist, and he did a piece, and I'm like, what is that? No one's going to buy that. So he said, well, what can you do better? And I started designing and making them. And then I left, and I was poached with David Yeoman, who does the cable bracelet. And from the time I saw that industrial look, I said, you're going to be a winner. And I worked with him for a long time, and I enjoyed it. And then I started doing my own jewelry, which I also sold. But I don't like tedious tasks.
Okay.
I like to get up, make something, and it's done. And jewelry making takes a week to make a beautiful piece, or sometime a month.
Oh, okay.
So that's when I changed and started making hats, and those were a winner.
Okay.
I started the hats in St. Kitts actually.
Oh, okay.
In 1993.
Okay.
And I went all over the world,
With
Paris.
hats, yeah.
We sold everywhere.
Nice.
And then I started doing pottery for therapy after I came out of the hospital.
Okay.
And it just continued.
Yeah. The
So
artistry
it's good
continues.
stuff.
I know
Everyone
that. It's
is
great stuff.
Everyone is creative. People just have to dig deep inside themselves and pull it out.
Okay, got you.
And creativity could be cooking, it could be making things, it could be writing. It's all creativity. Everyone is born with it.
Yeah. So I want to know, are you still in contact with these jewelers?
David sold the company and he retired.
Okay.
Like most large corporations.
April 10th, there is an upcoming fashion show. So I'm not going to ask you to tease us beyond what you're comfortable with, but what can you tell us about where we can get tickets, etc.?
Well, I'm going to tease you. iFlamboyant, as we mentioned before, is art, fashion, and craft. We have never touched the fashion area. 2 years ago, we started to have preparations for the show, but COVID set us back. But now we're ready. It's going to be a major fashion show. We have people, the designers are Judith Rollins, Riff Raff, Kiwi Dan, Caribel Batik, myself, Dale Kelly, and one of our inmates at Her Majesty Prison, Patrice Matthews. They will all be designing amazing clothes. It will be at the Park Hyatt, April 10th. You can get tickets at Swag and Sway, Cork and Screw, Harper's, or you can simply call me, Dale Kelly, 764-7165. Please, you don't want to miss it. Some of our sponsors so far are the St. Kitts Tourism Authority, the Cable, Flow, and of course, Carrick. We cannot do anything without Carrick. Please come out. I just want, if I have time, to say thank you to Jason Amory, who have not stopped rehearsing these models all through COVID. And he's just a phenomenal young man. Jason, thank you.
Oh, thank you, Dale.
You must come out. One more thing.
Yes, please.
We're doing amazing prizes for Best Dressed Woman, Best Dressed Female, Best Dressed Male, Best Dressed Couple, and Best Dressed Avant-Garde. Please come out to the Park Hyatt and support us. It's all for the arts. Thank you.
Oh, it's been a pleasure talking with you, Dale. You've teased.
Yeah, you've teased. They gotta come now. They have no choice but to come out to the Park Hyatt, as she said.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And it was indeed a pleasure being in your presence. As I said before, you are a phenomenal woman. We hope this is not our last conversation. We look forward to seeing you again soon.
I'm sure it won't be. Thank you.
Ah, wonderful. More Good Morning SKN in a flash. Stay tuned.
I'm here to St. Kitts, Nevis. You don't know for us I represent for the Ministry of Health. Yeah. Respect the COVID protocols. In a time like this, all for one for all. St. Kitts, Nevis. Don't forget your mask. Wear it everywhere you go. Sanitize before and after everything you do. Cause you never know what's on the surface of the places you go. Maintain a safe social distance between me and you. Keep calm and stay focused. Don't be a fool, seek the facts first. And boost your immune system up. Don't wanna lose no more of us. Mask up, furlough, sanitize, observe the protocols all about. Be wise. Mask up, furlough, sanitize. Me family fitting boat. And you. Blessed love and greetings. This is Infamous, and I am here to encourage every Kititian and Nivision to remember that we have our part to play in the fight against COVID-19. So sanitize, wear your face mask, practice social distancing, and go and get vaccinated. For me no know about you, but me love think it's bad. Easy no man.
Consuming excess salt can lead to heart attack, high blood pressure, and even stroke, and other health-related conditions such as kidney disease.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. It's time to loosen up. It's Friday and we are getting excited for the weekend. Today we are going to discuss our favorite thing to do to wind down after a hard week of work. How do you relax and release the stress? Because you guessed it, it's Friday. Yay. So Jamie, how do you relax and release your stress?
Oh, I'm stressing right now. You have no idea. How do I relax and release? I'm going to let you go first because I don't want to torment our viewers right now. So you go.
How do I relax and how... I've been having candle obsession, so I've been lighting all my candles.
Yeah, I heard.
So, Lo Savoir, I'm still coming for my vanilla latte candle. So I've been lighting up candles recently, like all of them, literally like 4.
Hopefully you don't burn the house down.
No, that's the only thing I'm careful to pay attention to them. I even have one in the loo, so when I'm in the loo, it's candle time.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so that's how
Candle. I could resist. I could not resist.
So that's how I...
All right, yeah.
I relax and unwind.
You're asking me how I relax. Literally, I'm a little bit like Dale. And I understood exactly what she meant when she said she can't turn her mind off. I literally have to be like, no. For me to relax, I do yard work. That's the only way I generally shut it down.
Wow.
I can't even relax when I go to sleep sometimes because there's so much work to do. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's
constantly on your mind.
Yeah, because of the pressure. If you don't do it, you know what's going to happen, right? So occasionally, and I joked with a friend of mine, a very close friend of mine, Hope, from Barbados. I call her my, what do I call her again? My Jamaican Bayesian, because she's Jamaican, but she's also Bayesian, of Bayesian nationality. And I joke with her and I say, you know what, we really have this thing going where when we have work to do, we literally just lock off and watch Netflix for like 4 hours and we don't know where we find the time. And I'm sorry, I'm confessing. I'm confessing to loving Netflix when I need to unwind. Yes. Yeah.
Because just like yesterday morning, because I went to bed up around after 1, my mind wouldn't shut off and I literally had to bully it and be like, shut up, I want to sleep. And that's how I just drank some coffee and then I was out cold.
You drank coffee to go to sleep? Okay,
yeah,
no.
because my mind
Guys,
wasn't
this is a
quiet.
first. You drink coffee to go to sleep?
Yeah, I drink coffee and go to sleep all the time.
Wow, okay. Either the selling point of coffee isn't good or you're just strange.
I'm strange and I'm proud of it.
I don't know which one it is. No, I'm not a coffee lover. I gotta be honest with you, not a coffee lover at all. What I do to go to sleep is literally go to bed. I hear, by the way, that if you want to get a good night's sleep, you really shouldn't be exposed to blue light, like the light on the devices that you're using.
And the TV.
Yeah, I actually, although I have a television in my room, I unplugged it. It was years ago when I heard Oprah say, the bedroom is not a place for the television.
I know, I believe her, yeah.
She made sense of it. She explained it. She said, when you're there, you need to relax. You need to associate the bed and the bedroom with rest and sleep.
R&R.
So for some people who, unfortunately, during COVID had to have their offices in their bedrooms, that's the thing that gets your mind not to, like, shut down.
Because you're seeing your computer, you're thinking you have work to complete, and that's not cool.
It's an association thing, precisely.
Yeah.
So if you could separate those things, that'll be great. Hey, yeah. By the way, I was joking when I said I was stressing right now. The stress begins after the show ends. This is no stress. This is a no stress zone.
No
and you
stress.
guys should feel that already.
This is peace.
Look at you, Zen.
Yeah.
I could have sworn though that when you wanted to unwind, you just what is that again? You kick. Kortensia the kicker.
Well, maybe I do kick because
that's your favorite dance move.
If I am exercising and my foot slips out of my bike pedal, then it's like
I see. So, unintentional kicker.
Yeah, unintentional kicker.
That's funny.
No harm to any human being, animal.
I was supposed to surprise you with the picture that you sent to me during your first week here. Kortensia went to the gym, guys. So I imagine that you are relaxing when you're exercising. Kortensia was pushing weights. I tell you, the form. Wow, was that relaxing for you?
Well, it wasn't because I was feeling the pain because that's after a long time, and it's only because I made a promise to somebody that I'm gonna come and exercise with them, so I had to make true to my promise. But that was a lot. I felt my shoulders afterwards.
Did you keep it up?
No.
Oh boy, resolution. Where are you? January, come back.
No, it wasn't a resolution. It was just I made good on a promise.
Okay, you made good on a promise, and that's it. You're like, Dale, you've completed it. On to the next one.
On to the next,
I'm not setting
exactly.
foot back in that gym until I make another promise, which I'll be more careful to make the next time around. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Because the trainer didn't go easy on me, although I'm not this advanced as this person. He didn't go easy on me, so.
So you realize what the kicker is here. When you want to de-stress, just don't make promises to anyone else.
I know.
That's actually a good point.
But then exercise works.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does. It does.
It eases your stresses, and you go home and you say, okay, I get beat up, shower bed.
With the candles. Kortensia coined a word today, candaloo. Let's go, candaloo. Hashtag candaloo. You're going to Google that, and you're going to find Kortensia.
That is not good.
The hashtags keep coming for you because I'm like, okay, KK, Kortensia kangaroo, spirit animal is a kangaroo. K for Kortensia, Kortensia the kicker. I don't understand. Now we have candaloo. Can we spell it with a K, guys? What do you say?
Oh my God, you are just correlating everything.
I'm
to
correlating
the
everything. I tell you, my mind doesn't stop. It's just the way that it works.
Yep. As you told Dale, kindred spirits. It
That's
just keeps
exactly
going and going and going.
Almost like the Energizer Bunny, which is actually really good.
So, do you drink some wine and eat some cheese and crackers and relax too?
No wine. I'm not a wine drinker.
Okay. I did that yesterday.
You did that yesterday. You see that with the candles and all?
Yeah.
Or with the candles later?
So that's the next form of relaxation.
Wow, nice. Yeah. Beach, trips, water, natural sounds, fountains, anything of that sort. Yeah, even the wind, to be honest with you, which knocks me out. I sit in the hammock and I just chill. Of course, after 10 seconds, I'm like, wait, I really should get out.
So you're not relaxing, your mind's still working.
Oh, well, there's hope. There's hope for you guys as well. It's Friday, and we're continuing our show in a moment. So stay tuned, everyone.
Bless up, Dejo here, and I'm doing my part in the fight against COVID-19 by following all safety protocols and, most importantly, rolling up my sleeve for the vaccine. So I'm encouraging you to do the same because that's our best shot of protecting ourselves, our family, and our friends. So don't wait, vaccinate. Let's roll up to roll out.
Yeah. I know we can make it. It's only just a phase. Once we're vaccinated, and everybody gonna be safe. Everybody gonna be safe. One kind, yeah. One people. We are roll up to roll up. Yeah. Cause no man's alone. Do what's right. Alright. Cause I love you. And we're in this together. My sister, my brother. I don't wanna lose you. I love you too much. I think it's better for us, yeah. It's better for us. Hey, I don't wanna lose you. I love you too much, yeah. It's better for us. Tell your mommy to roll up to roll out. I'm here to say kids, Nevis, you don't know him from us I represent for the Ministry of Health. Yeah. Respect the COVID protocols in a time like this. All for one for all. St. Kitts Nevis. Don't forget your mask. Wear it everywhere you go. Sanitize before and after everything you do. Cause you never know what's on the surface of the places you go. Maintain a safe social distance between me and you. Keep calm and stay focused. Don't be a fool, seek the facts first. And boost your immune system up. Don't wanna lose no more of us. Mask up, furlough, sanitize. Observe the protocols all about. Be wise. Mask up, furlough, sanitize. Me family fitting boat.
Blessed love and greetings. This is Infamous, and I am here to encourage every Kittitian and Nivision to remember that we have our part to play in the fight against COVID-19. So sanitize, wear your face mask, practice social distancing, and go and get vaccinated. For me no know about you, but me love think it's bad. Easy no man.
It's been 6 months now and Glenn hasn't been working. His attitude has completely changed and he's been leaving the house every day for hours and liming with his friends and coming home drunk and causing confusion.
Gloria, this is what you cook today? This is not enough food for a big man like me.
But Glenn, it's been 6 months now. You haven't given me any money to shop for food.
Okay, so what you want me to do if my boss ain't call me out for work as yet?
Look for a different job now.
What you just said to me?
Get a next job.
What?
Help! Let me
Let
go!
go what? Yeah, let's see what we at. Let go what? Watch your mouth with me now.
Every day mom and dad fight. When are they going to stop?
Domestic violence is not just physical, it's mental, emotional, economical, and psychological. If you, your friend or family member is being abused, you can contact one of the numbers listed below for help. Department of Gender Affairs 662-5492, Special Victims Unit 662-7077, Counseling Unit 465-5000. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and the Pan American Health Organization.
Has anyone ever touched you here, or here? Well, these are actually bad touches, not good ones. And so, if anyone ever touches you in these areas or anywhere else that makes you uncomfortable, you must say no, then go and tell. Say it with me. Say no, then go and tell.
This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with Probation and Child Protection Services, the Ministry of Health, and the Pan American Health Organization.
Did you know that there are certain seasonings that contain more salt than you actually need? There are more natural, healthier ways to reduce the salt intake in your dishes by using natural things like onions, garlic, seasoned peppers, and even thyme and merengue powder.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. Cooking is the art, science, and craft of using heat to prepare food for consumption. Boy, I really need to learn to cook. Cooking techniques and ingredients vary widely, from grilling food over an open fire to using electric stoves, baking in various types of ovens as well. We have not even mentioned the chemical reaction that happens with certain ingredients. Cooking is one of the fastest ways to flex your creative muscle. Today, we are going to be hearing all about this from Chef Michael Henville. Michael is the executive chef and food nutrition specialist with the Nevis Island Administration School Meals Program. Today, we warmly welcome him to Good Morning SKN's Expressions, and he will be creating something special. Get this, guys, live. Welcome to Good Morning SKN, Chef Michael.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
I can see that.
I am.
We're glad that you're here. You're preparing something great for us, and we know we're going to give you the time. We're going to try not to distract you as we talk, but I'm sure.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Talk all you want. Trust me, I like to talk. I can be here with you guys all day if you want me to. Just let me know.
All right. So, in the first instance, what will you be creating today?
So I'm going to be showing you guys 3 different, very easy and healthy salad dressings. People don't really think about salad dressings too much, or they tend to steer towards the salad dressings that are like mayonnaise based, you know? So what I'm going to be doing today is 3 different ones that are vinegar and oil based. A little bit on the healthier side, less fat compared to like the mayonnaise based salad dressings. Okay, so that's what we'll be doing.
It's always better to be healthy.
That's right.
All right, so I understand as well, you supervise the daily operations of the School Meals Program in Nevis.
Yes.
I'm jealous right now because I don't have school meals. I never had, as far as I knew anyway, an actual chef making the meals. So let's talk about that for a little bit. What's that experience been like for you? What are the kind of things that you create for the students?
It's been an amazing experience. This is my 6th year, I believe, going into this 6th school year, and it's giving me a chance to really interact with the kids directly, one-on-one, hands-on with the children, and not only the children but the parents. Getting a chance to really talk to the parents and really explain to them how important healthy food is at that age for their children, you know, in the primary school age. We all know that's when your body's really growing, your brain is really growing. So you need the healthy foods, the vitamins, the minerals to really continue the growth for the child at that special age of their life. So it's been an amazing experience, and I hope to keep going and keep making these healthy foods for the kids.
Boy, I'm jealous.
So I want to know, how did you become interested in cooking and becoming an official chef?
Oh boy, well it's the only thing I've been doing my whole life. I don't know how to do anything else. I've told that to everyone. I don't know how to do anything else but cook. Okay, so it really started when I was a child, really watching my mother and my aunt cook, and my father was the general manager of the Mount Nevis Hotel at the time. So I spent a lot of time in the kitchens, just observing the ladies doing their thing, and every now and then they'll give me a little bit of food to taste, and I was in heaven. So I got hooked on that. I mean, I can watch people cook food and get free lunch every day. So that was it. That's it. I said, this is it. This is what I want to do. And so I stuck to it, and I went to culinary school in the States. I attended the Culinary Institute of America in upstate New York, and then just spent the rest few years just building up my experience, working many different jobs from large hotels to small mom and pop restaurants, and just getting as much experience as possible. And I got the opportunity to move back home to Nevis in 2010. So I became the executive chef at the Wally Beach Hotel over on Nevis.
Nice.
So I did that for a few years, and then moved into the job now as the chef for the School Meals Program. And I've been doing this ever since. So it's been an awesome ride, and keep going, don't stop,
Oh man, can we have Chef Michael back more often? There's balance here because
no problem.
Apparently you can't do anything else but cook, and I can do everything but cook.
That's it. That's perfect. That's perfect. I'm just a phone call and a boat ride away, so I'll be here anytime.
Yep. And then we will be sure to have our chauffeur pick you up.
There you go.
So, what about the first meal that you cooked for your family? Do you remember that?
First meal. Oh man.
I don't know. There've been so many. Right?
There's been so many, but I do have some fond memories working with doing desserts, and I tried a few things with flambe. That was with working with the alcohol, and I remember that vividly because of the whole fire experience, in the kitchen. So that kind of stuck with me. But unfortunately, I do have a little sweet tooth. Sorry, Mom, but I do remember making some really nice desserts and things like that for the family. So it was just, awesome times.
I love that. The family gets desserts, we get salad. Okay.
We get to eat healthy.
You get to eat healthy. Yes.
So, Chef Michael, is there any dish that still gives you a bit of a challenge?
You know what? Yeah, I'll be honest, because no one's perfect. No chefs out there are perfect, and so I'm not a baker. When it comes to fancy like wedding cakes and decorating and making little things out of fondant and icing, I leave that to the professionals. I leave that to the professionals. Yeah. But I don't mind eating it.
After it's completed.
Yes.
Oh my God. All right. Well, we're going to continue this discussion on the other side of the break. Stay with us, everyone.
Did you know that there are certain seasonings that contain more salt than you actually need? There are more natural, healthier ways to reduce the salt intake in your dishes by using natural things like onions, garlic, seasoned peppers, and even thyme and merengue powder.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
Most people consume excess salt from processed foods, such as snack foods, processed meats, instant meals, and condiments.
Instead, use fresh vegetables, ground provision, fresh meats, and natural herb seasonings, just like our grandparents did, and just like you did with this soup. We are Salt Smart.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. We are speaking with Chef Michael Henville. The chef himself is now going to teach us how to make salad dressing. So we're excited. So
yes,
where do we begin?
Okay, so we have all our ingredients here. We have our nice little salad bowls and our salad toppings here. So what I'm gonna go for first is our olive oil, okay, and our white wine vinegar, and we have some Dijon mustard here. Okay, now these will be the three main ingredients for this dressing. Okay. This one here, let's see, white wine vinegar, yes. So, we're gonna start with the white wine vinegar, and I'm using these cups, so hopefully the camera guys can pick it up. So we're gonna start off with our vinegar.
Is there any type of measurement?
Yep, so I'm gonna go with about a quarter cup of the white wine vinegar, and about 2 tablespoons of the Dijon. And you see, this comes with being a chef. You can really estimate pretty well over the years. We're gonna go with a little Parmesan cheese, again about a tablespoon and a half. And what's next? Just a pinch of salt. We're trying to be healthy now. Okay, just a pinch of salt. And lastly, just a few turns of black pepper. Okay, just like that. Now, the trick is, and I'm using a emulsion blender. Okay. If you don't have one of these tools, that's fine. You can use one of the, like a regular cake mixer at home. Okay. Just turn it up real high, because we all know that oil and water doesn't mix, but we're gonna try to make an emulsion. Okay, so that's the whole trick of the game. So we're gonna give this a few pulses like that just to mix everything up. Okay, and oh, one last thing. Just about 1/8 of a teaspoon of sugar. Okay, just like that. All right, now you're gonna be my sous chef for today.
Okay.
So what I'll have you do is, this top button is slow and fast, so we're gonna start off with slow. So just hold that top button down. And as you're gonna do that, I'm gonna slowly be pouring in our olive oil to then make the emulsion for the dressing. Just keep going, hold it down, steady. There you go, keep going. Keep going, keep going. And you're gonna see it start to turn a little bit more pale color. You're gonna see it start to get thicker because the machine is doing its job. It's emulsifying the dressing here. And a nice, slow, steady stream is what we're looking for. Nothing too fast, nothing too slow.
How much of the olive oil are we using?
And the olive oil we're gonna use about a quarter cup as well.
Okay.
And that's it, you can stop. That's it. So that took what, 45 seconds, if that?
Yeah.
So what we'll do is, we're gonna just take this off.
Okay.
Okay. I'll put this right here on the napkin. What I'll get is one of these tasting spoons here. Let me give it a shot first. Okay. What we'll do is, we need just a pinch more sugar because it's a little acidic. So we'll put a little bit more sugar in there. And you can use brown sugar as well. I just like using white sugar for this instance because it dissolves fairly quickly.
Okay.
Okay. Give this a few more pulses just like that. Okay. And that's it, guys.
Wow.
That looks so good.
Simple as that. See how easy that was?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you can keep this at home, put it in a jar. This can store for weeks because there's not really anything there that'll to spoil it. There's no cream, there's no milk, there's no egg yolks or anything like that. So this will last in your fridge for weeks, and then you don't have to buy it. You don't have to buy dressing so often. Okay. So simple. That was number one. Just give this a rinse off. That was the first one. Okay. Next one we're gonna do. Put that there. Next one we're going to do is, so we've used this. This is our white wine vinegar. Next one we're going to use is we're going to do a raspberry vinaigrette. Whoa. Okay. So we have here and this is all things, these are all ingredients you can see that you can get at the local stores. Okay. So this is a strawberry infused vinegar. Okay. So again, to add more flavor to our dressing. And just like the last one, we're going to start with the vinegar first. And you can see how darker this one is compared to the first one. Okay.
And how much? This is 2 tablespoons, 1 spoon?
No, we're going to do the same quarter cup.
Quarter cup?
Yep.
Okay.
And basically the same thing. So we're going to do a pinch of salt again. Same thing like the last one. Just a pinch of salt. Okay, just to add a little bit of flavor. We'll do 1 or 2 turns for black pepper. That's it. We have our star of the show, raspberries right here, of course, for our raspberry vinaigrette.
You guys at home, your mouths must be watering. We'll taste for you.
That's good. Okay, and our olive oil. And last thing, some wonderful honey.
I see it's locally made too.
I gotta give a shout out to Mr. Nisbet, Evan Nisbet, for some beautiful local Nevis honey here. Okay, thank you. And we're just gonna do about a teaspoon, not much. Okay.
And the teaspoon because we don't want it too sweet.
Right, don't want it too sweet.
Okay.
Don't want it too sweet. Yeah.
Look at the sous chef go.
Excellent job, sous chef. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so we clip this bad boy back in, just like that. We're gonna give this 1 or 2 pulses just to bring everything down. Okay, you wanna do that for me?
Sure.
And I'll do the olive oil.
On low, right?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, there we go.
Jamie, you getting a little jealous?
Oh no, I'm studying everything. Trust me, I'm internalizing.
And this will get just a bit more pale in color.
Yeah, I realize.
Yeah.
I'll give it one more hard mix.
Yeah. A spoon.
That was gorgeous.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Oh my gosh.
Wonderful.
Now he makes me want to go make salad dressing.
This is where I know that food is visual.
It is. It is. It is.
Look at that.
All right, there we go. I'm gonna give it a taste. Perfect.
Oh yeah.
My word.
That's it. That's exactly what we're looking for right there. Okay. So again, and look at this next one here. See the difference? Okay. And again, the main difference with this one was the darker balsamic. So that definitely helped on the color for that one. Okay. And for our last one, let me just get this rinse off. And again, same thing. These would last long time in your kitchens, in your fridges. Thanks. Okay.
Sous chef duties.
Okay. Last one is our. I'm gonna use a little bit of orange.
Star of the show would be the olive oil.
So yeah, the star of the show would be. I'm gonna use a little bit more. This right here. This is gonna be a balsamic vinegar.
Okay.
Okay, balsamic vinaigrette. And there's many different types of balsamic out there on the market. So it's, it's all up to you. There's strong ones, there's light ones, there's heavy dark ones. This one in particular is an aged balsamic vinegar. So
that one would be heavy.
This one will be heavy.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're starting off same thing, 1/4 cup balsamic vinegar. I'm gonna take an orange and just give it a few runs on the old zester here. So we get a little bit of orange zest in there. Not much, okay? We're talking about maybe 1/4 teaspoon, okay? But just enough to give it the flavor. All right. And I'm gonna also do a little bit of lime. Little bit of lime zest. Again, not a lot because they're so pungent, okay? And we have our oil, we have our balsamic, same thing, a little bit of sugar to balance out the acidity. I'm gonna do 2 on this one because the aged balsamic is a little on the heavy side. And that's it, okay? Not gonna put any salt in this one. I put a little bit of pepper.
Okay.
Just like that.
I'm hungry, guys. After watching this, I'm so hungry.
Jamie, would you like to turn?
You wanna try this one? I think you do it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it.
The top one right here?
Yes, the top.
Okay.
Okay.
So we do it slowly?
Yep.
And then steadily.
Yep. There we go. So you're a natural at this, Jamie.
Imagine that. Wow. There's hope. There's hope, guys. There's hope. I'm loving the different colors, though. I have to tell you.
Yes. And that's about it.
All right.
Okay. Put that there. Thank you very much.
Welcome. Thank you.
Okay.
Wow. So rich.
Yes. Let me give this one a try.
Looks like a shot of espresso.
Good job. Good job. Okay, so that's it, guys. As you can see, 3 different dressings, and that took not even 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, so definitely, like I said, if you don't have one of these emulsion blenders at home, that's fine. You can use your cake stand mixer. Just put it up on high, and remember the trick is to keep the oil at a slow and steady pace into the bowl or into the glass. Okay. And so what we have here, what I'm gonna do is just put a few toppings on our salad right here. We got some cucumbers. We got some lovely red pepper cubes right here.
That salad's looking good.
Oh yeah.
A little bit of carrots. A little bit of purple cabbage on top.
Should I say bam, bam?
We're not gonna go there. We're not gonna. Okay, wonderful. So that's it, guys. Very, very, very simple. Your choice now of dressing and salad. It's up to you. What you would like. I'll get these out of the way.
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay, you come here. You come over here. Okay. And what would you like?
Chef, we won't be dining alone.
I
There you
think
go.
I want to try the the one on the end. Should we say honey mustard?
The honey mustard Dijon. Sure. Okay, let's get some salad in your bowl. Excellent. And I know the viewers at home can't really. I wish there was smell-o-vision, but
I love that.
you can smell the balsamic. You can smell even the honey. I can smell. It's very, very fragrant. I smelled the orange and the lemon zest when I was grating it, so it's very, 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 very pungent here in the studio this morning. So okay, so here's your.
Good pungent, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Grab a spoon over there.
Yes. Here you go, Kortensia.
Thank you.
There you go.
I'm just going to sample both, right? I'm going to sample both.
Go right ahead. Go right ahead. Yeah.
Separating.
That's out of that.
Okay.
Oh, you want some of this too? No.
Yes.
You want to mix it?
So you can go on that side. On that side.
Yeah,
All right, give that a try, guys. And again, I really want to stress how easy this was to make for everybody. You can definitely try this stuff at home. Please try it at home. And as you can see here on camera, this is exactly what went into the dressing, nothing else. Okay? So when you turn around those bottles of dressing in the store, there's 35 different ingredients in some of those dressings.
Yeah.
But here we know exactly what we're putting into our dressing, and we know exactly what we're putting into our bodies. Okay?
Wow.
So again, healthy and easy. I don't like difficult things. I like easy things. And some of the easier things are the tastiest things. Okay? So definitely go home and try this out with all of your chefs out there watching today.
Chef, this is so good. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure, and I'm really glad that you guys. You good? Yeah. Don't keep it. She's good. That's good. That's what we want to see. That right there.
I want to take that other one as we go to the break. Thank you, Chef Michael. It's been
my pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you.
Stay with us, guys.
You can lower your salt intake by reducing salty foods, removing table salt, and using salt alternatives when cooking.
You see that new boy that just joined the school last week? He brought me a chocolate this morning because I showed him the way home from school yesterday.
You like him?
No, he's just my friend. Plus he is my neighbor. He asked me if we can walk home together for lunch tomorrow, and I told him yes.
I don't like these big boys. They tend to like to touch girls without your consent.
What do you mean by consent?
It's when one person agrees to give permission to another person to do something.
He is cute though.
Guys, you won't believe what happened the other day with the new boy from school.
What happened?
The other day, while walking home with the new guy, he followed me into my house. I thought it was okay because he seemed friendly and respectful. So I turned on the TV and offered him a soda. We sat in the chair together. Then he leaned over and kissed me. I was so shocked I sat up straight and asked him why he did that. He said he thought I liked him. I told him not in that way.
What? Girl, you should have never allowed him inside your parents' home.
My parents will be very angry if they meet any boys in our home plus kissing me.
Guys, we don't need to be burdened down with teen pregnancy and relationship problems at this time. Boys need to understand that girls are not sex objects.
Remember, you have the right to consent to every activity being performed, from holding hands to anything more, and to change your mind at any time. If your partner does not respect your wishes, this also is a form of abuse. If you, your friend or family member is being abused, you can contact one of the numbers listed below for help. Department of Gender Affairs 662-5492, Special Victims Unit 662-7077, Counseling Unit 465-5000. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and the Pan American Health Organization.
Most people consume excess salt from processed foods, such as snack foods, processed meats, instant meals, and condiments.
Instead, use fresh vegetables, ground provision, fresh meats, and natural herb seasonings, just like our grandparents did, and just like you did with this soup. We are salt smart.
It is Friday, the weekend is here, and it's time to have some fun.
So Jamie and I are going to be playing a game, a memory game to be exact. This is a visual memory test on the Human Benchmark platform. Here's how it works. A number of tiles will flash while we have to memorize them and pick those exact squares once the tiles are reset again.
All right, I got this one. So levels will get progressively more difficult to challenge our skills, and we have 3 lives. I wish that were true. We have 3 lives, and if we miss 3 tiles on a level, we lose a life. So Kortensia and I are going to play a few rounds each and try to make it as far as we can. And right now, this is where we're going to let you know you can go to Studio 327 Inc. Let us know if you're supporting hashtag Team K or hashtag Team J. All right, here we go. But yeah, yeah, it's your month. You take it.
All right. So I'm supposed to select the same 3 tiles?
It's my turn. Kortensia.
Your turn. Your
Kortensia's.
turn. Your turn. I just lost a life.
Yeah, but you're supposed to lose 3 lives. I think we're merging it here. But anyway, it's fine. We'll combine. We'll have 6 lives.
He cheated. Oh my god.
I think Kortensia should just keep playing, don't you? Yeah. I won't save your life anymore.
It's your turn.
That was my turn?
Yeah.
That was not my turn. I swear to
Aren't we
you.
going one after the other? Or
No, we were supposed to be doing it progressively.
Oh.
So we messed up the instructions. There you go. Okay, keep going. That's you.
So keep going, you say.
Guys, we're really no good at following instructions if you picked up on that. We're trying, though, to test our memory. Hashtag Team K. Come on, K, you got this. Hashtag Team J. Okay. You're at level 6 with my help. So technically, Kortensia's at level 4, guys. But it's okay. You feel the love anyway.
Oh my
Oh, wow. Oh.
Wow.
You've lost a life. No pressure. Yeah, these memory games are actually kind of difficult, you know.
I know.
You've got to pay such careful attention, avoid distractions, like my talking, which is intentional at this point.
Don't worry. Your turns are coming.
At least I'm not trash talking you. All right.
Your
Could have been
turns are
worse.
coming.
Ooh. Okay, so
That was
do you want to
6.
save the score or no? Do you want to try again?
I saved my score.
You got what? 6 points? Okay. Let's go again. Go back. Go back. Go back. Where do we go, guys? No idea. Kortensia. Let's go. Uh-huh. Any idea where I go, guys? No, you don't know where I go, right? That. Okay, got you. Got you. Got you now. Yeah. Thank you. Play. Let's play again. I think Kortensia just wants to give me less time to play. You see that? You see the
This is what you get.
It's a method. It's a method. It's a method. Okay, here we go.
Look at him. Look at him. See, because his mind works overtime, he can do it. Look at that. He's getting all the easy ones. He's getting all the easy ones. Wow, look at that. Let's see him get this one. Oh, no. I think it's because he uses a big textbook and he has to memorize a lot. That's why he's beating me. This is the only reason. Ah, finally.
I still haven't lost a life, though.
Funny.
I still have not lost a life, guys.
Dale would be proud of you. Your mind's working. Aha.
Ooh.
Aha. Let's see.
I doubted it. Wow. Wow. That's the one that I didn't pick of all things. And I missed that one too, so here you go. You know what? I was so busy looking at what I got wrong that I didn't see what I had to do.
Think of your garden. Be zen. Be zen.
I'm calm. I'm still there. There you go. So again. Okay.
Jamie, your loves are being lost.
Yeah, but it don't matter because I can recover.
Look at the textbook guy. Look at the textbook guy. Just getting it well. One more to go. I see a certain lady in the studio. I won't call any name. Oksana is cheering on Jamie. She wasn't cheering me on.
Do I even want to know what the score is? Do you guys want to know what the score is?
Save the score.
Save the score. Let's see.
You won today. You won today. You're good.
Save the score. Let's go.
The textbook mentality worked.
We tied.
We did?
We tied. Granted, you did the first few with my help. So, hey, there you go. So, we're good. We're good. We got another round? We have no more time. We apparently blew our time in this segment.
We have to take a commercial break.
This is always the issue, right?
Yeah.
It's either work or fun. Just kidding. It's fun to work here. We'll be back in a moment. Stay tuned.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
And we're back with our final segment here on Good Morning SKN, where we let you know
What's happening?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I'm gonna let you know what's happening. All right, here we go. This first one right here. I love the fusing. Do you get this, guys? Car wash and a barbecue. Okay, barbecue purpose. Car wash and barbecue purpose. Purpose is hosting a car wash and barbecue fundraiser tomorrow, March 19th. From 7 a.m. so it goes until you stop. The car wash will include a power wash, interior cleaning, tire shine, and more for all of us car aficionados. Yeah. On the grill will be barbecue, corn, and garlic bread. Oh my gosh.
Look at the combination.
At least you're not barbecuing your car, right? But hey, carry your car to Purpose's car wash. They promise a gentle clean that won't damage your paint job, but the car wash will be so thorough that your car will look almost new. Find Purpose at Buckley's site at this is the Church of God of Prophecy Church Grounds in Buckley's. And that is next to the Carib Brewery. Tomorrow, guys, for a car wash and delicious barbecue.
Purpose, so I guess they're church group then.
Yeah.
Bottleneck Drive. The St. Kitts and Nevis Clean Seas will be hosting a bottle drive tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 12 noon. This is an effort to continue to create clean seas in the Federation and turn the tide on plastic. I actually saw my coworker wearing a shirt like that. Clean Seas are accepting all bottles in all sizes. This can be water, drink, soda, glass, oil, or even detergent bottles. If you have bottles, drop them off at Admirals Limited. That is at Old Road St. Kitts Sugar Manufacturing Corporation on the Factory Road. When you drop off the bottles, you have a chance to win. What?
Yeah, I know money, right? Money stocks.
As my nephew would say, monies. First prize, 200 EC. Second prize, 150 EC. Third prize, 100 EC. There will also be other prizes to be won. So tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 12 noon, go drop off your bottles at Admirals.
Two things to say on that. Here's what I would do. If I had a big family, make sure that you round up a lot of bottles and you go 1, 2, and 3 years. Get a lot of money. The other thing is that you made me smile because when you began it, you said bottleneck drive, and I thought Kortensia knows what it is to drive in traffic. Bottle drive. All right, number 3, the cooking competition. So In Your Kitchen, people, is hosting its first ever I Rep My Community cooking competition this Saturday, the 20th of March, starting at 2 p.m. The competitors are Denisha Grant of Mount Idle, Lesronia Thompson of Cleverly Hill, and Kendall Gums of Crabville. These competitors are all from Sandy Point, as you figured out by now, and will be going head-to-head to see who can create the best sweet and savory meals. To watch the action live, you heard me say it, live, go to the In Your Kitchen Facebook page tomorrow at 2 p.m. to find out which one of these competitors reps their community the best. Wow, In Your Kitchen. Better yours than mine.
But with all of that said, I hope they were taking notes on making the best salad dressings that we enjoyed here today.
Well, they can always hit rewind. They can always go to YouTube. They can always check out our videos at Studio 327 Inc. And guess what? That's exactly what we're inviting you to do.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us today. But of course, remember to follow us on our social media platforms, including Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok at Studio 327 Inc. We want you to like, we want you to subscribe, we want you to follow us. And not just that.
Yeah, we also ask that you leave us a comment and tell us what topics and guests you'd like to see next. So as we would say, see you on Monday at 8 a.m. when you start your morning right here with us at Good Morning SKN.
Guys,
have a wonderful weekend, guys.